Hey guys, what's up? Mike from CoachMikeMcDonald.com here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And if you're just tuning on, welcome. And if you're a replay viewer, welcome as well. If you want to give me a shout out, let me know where you're coming in from. It's always cool to hear where people are jumping on at. Just going to share this quick in a couple groups. But yeah, today's video, just really wanted to ask you the question of, do you have a daily activity goal? You know, a lot of people with New Year's coming up, right? It's a new year. This year's going to be your year, right? And that's an awesome goal, right? You want today to be your best day ever. You want this year to be your best year yet. But what happens is a lot of people just set goals in the sense of they have long-term goals, or they're like, hey, I want to rank up in my business, or I want to hit this level. I want to be making, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, right? Whatever the case is. And here's the thing, those are great goals to have, but do you have a daily activity goal? Because a lot of times what happens is people get too caught up on basically, do they hit their goals? Does somebody sign up? Does somebody get started, right? And so ideally what you want to do is have some kind of daily activity goal that you hit no matter what, right? That's your goal to do, and you don't worry about the yeses and nos, and it's something that will result in those yeses and nos when you do that consistently long term. So for example, for me, one of the daily activity goals I have is I try and get at least 10 new leads a day. Now, it's not just from the automated side. I have that in place. I have ads running. I have stuff on Twitter, Instagram, right? So I get leads from that on a daily basis, kind of like on a passive side, but I'm talking about active, right? So cool, those leads come in. That's kind of an extra bonus on top of what I'm doing. Awesome. But I have that daily activity goal of actively prospecting, having conversations with people, reaching out to people. So I want to have a goal of getting at least 10 leads through that every single day. Now, again, is that showing my presentation every day? Not necessarily, right? So that lead is just like, hey, I want to get them, on my newsletter list, getting my information kind of plugged into the basics of my funnel, in my Facebook group, whatever the case is. I want to get that foundation lead. And some of those become presentations, some of them don't, right? And that's fine because it's a numbers game, right? So what I'll do is I've got like my daily planner, right? So I kind of track everything. I show, I put little ticks every single time I get a lead in that sense from the active prospecting side, and when I have conversations with people. So again, my goal is to do at least 10 every day, not including the stuff that comes in on a passive basis from like ads and automation and different things I set up. That's totally different. That's always just an extra bonus on top of what I do, but at the same time, I want to have that consistent activity. And so for your business, it's like just make a decision of one that works for you. So everybody's different, right? You might be building your business super part-time. You might have a lot of hours to put in. So do some type of activity that makes sense for you, right? So maybe that's active prospecting. You're sending messages to your warm market. Maybe it's actively prospecting cold market prospects on social media, right? So there's all these different things you can do as an activity goal, but you want to have those be income producing activities and have that be what you set. Because again, like I said, a lot of people, what happens is they get addicted to the outcome of their presentations, or they get addicted to the outcome, whether someone gets started or, they have a bad conversation, or not even necessarily a bad conversation, but somebody doesn't qualify for their time, right? Maybe you're talking to somebody and they're like, oh, I just have no money, or I don't have time to do something extra, or whatever the case is, right? You run into concerns and objections. That's part of building the business. So that's okay, right? That's going to happen. But what happens at the same time, and what you really want to do, is just focus on the activity. So, marry the activity, but divorce the result, because when you have that consistent activity day in, day out, the results work themselves out. And that's really your goal, is to have the results work themselves out. Because when you set that daily activity goal, the results happen when you're consistent with it. So whatever that means to you, again, focus on that. Stop worrying about the outcome. Stop being addicted to the approval of other people, whether they say yes or no, or join your business or not. But have that goal of, hey, I'm going to get, X number of leads every day. I'm going to get 10 leads a day, 5 leads a day, 4 leads a day, right? Maybe you're starting out, you're like, hey, I want to make sure I get 2 leads a day, whatever the case is. And so what you do is you set that goal for yourself that's attainable for you, and then you stick with it. One thing that I find happens too is people might go to an event or they plug into a training or something to that effect, right? It's a new year. This year's going to be my year, right? And so what they do is they're motivated, and then they send like 2 messages, or they send like 100 messages in a day, and then they don't do anything for 3 months. It's like, okay, cool, I get it, awesome. That's good that you're doing something, but I'd rather have someone do a consistent basis of 5 to 10 messages every single day that they can stick with, rather than having that huge window of, yeah, I'm going balls to the walls, right? I'm going to go all in, but then they do it for a day and then they don't do anything else for 3 months, right? So that consistent daily effort compounds when you have that activity, and when you stick with that, that's what really creates that result and can start to snowball. Because again, it's like maybe you're doing leads, right? You're generating leads every day, 5 to 10 every day, or maybe you're sending messages. That's like your activity, right? You're reaching out to your warm market, you're prospecting cold market prospects, whatever the case is. Let's say you do that on a consistent basis. Well, not everybody is going to respond right away, right? Maybe you send 10 messages a day, 1 or 2 people might get back to you. Some of them might not ever get back to you. Others might be a couple days out. I've had people where I sent messages to, and then like 6 months later, they reached out and they're like, yeah, I'm open to checking it out, what you're talking about, and they ended up getting started, right? So you never know. It's just, you're just planting seeds, right? You look at it like farming. So when you have that consistent daily effort, you have that activity goal, that's what results in that long-term result in your business. So when you're consistent with that, stop worrying about the outcome, focus on those daily activities. It's going to lead to a lot better results in your business. So again, guys, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you're out there, maybe you're struggling in your business, maybe you're not where you want to be. Do you ever feel like you maybe don't have any support, or you've joined business after business and nobody's really helping you? Well, if you're open to a different opportunity, by all means, I'm not here to take you away from something you're happy with, but if you're looking for something different and you'd like to work more one-on-one together, feel free to shoot me a message or comment info below this video, and we can set up a time to chat more about running through the business I help people build and promote. But maybe you're still struggling in your business, you're not really looking to do something else. Totally cool. I'd highly recommend checking out my 10-day lead generation bootcamp. It's going to teach you the skill set and the mindset to start generating consistent leads for your business through social media. And so it's 10 days worth of high-level training that you can go through. It's going to teach you active prospecting on social media, how to create consistent content that actually attracts your target market to you. You're going to learn how to set up a lead generation system to start attracting targeted leads to your business. That and a whole lot more. Again, like I said, it's 10 days worth of high-level coaching that you can use to grow your business. And it's cool. It's only $10 to join, right? So it's $1 a day for high-level coaching to grow and scale your business. So if you want to join that, you can comment the number 10 below this video or shoot me a message. Or if you're like, hey, Mike, that makes sense, I want to get rolling right now. Awesome. You can head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/10-day group. Again, that's coachmikemcdonald.com/10-day group. And then you can join that group and get access to that high-level training. Like I said, it's only $10. So that's pretty cool. So whether you have a business you're excited about, you want to scale and grow it, check out that lead generation group over at coachmikemcdonald.com/10-day group. Or if you're like, hey, I'm open to something different, working with you seems cool, I'd like to check out what you have going on, feel free to shoot me a message or comment info below, and I'd be happy to clear up some time and go through the business I help people start and build. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to chatting with you more. We'll talk to you more soon.